Yeah, g'day everyone. Just give you a quick video tour of the Spinifex Retreat Eclipse 6-person tent. There were no videos on this at the time of making this one, so kind of bought it a little bit unseen and not knowing the ins and outs of it. I've had it up for a couple of nights in the backyard camping with the little fella, so I'll run you through what I think's the good and bad, and you can decide if it's for you or not. So it is a blackout tent, which was one of the things that we really wanted. If you've never had a blackout tent, I think it's a game changer. They're really good at blocking out the light, as you can see. Only light you really get in is under the fly at the edge. A little bit comes through the roof up there, but I know it's hard to see in these videos. Basically just get a little bit of light around the edge, and that's pretty much it. So they do a good job. Rightio, I'll go out, open up the windows, and we'll have a look with a bit of light around. Before I do that, this section here is a nice little spot to sort of put your shoes out of the way for the night, out of the weather. They'll stay dry. There's not a whole lot of room for anything else really. You wouldn't fit fold up chairs or tables or anything like that in here, but yeah, good spot for your shoes. So I've got the main door and the side windows rolled up. Just wanted to show you one of the things, a couple of things that annoyed me a little bit on the outside. So that's the back window. When you have it pegged down, it pulls that wall really tight, and then the window covering doesn't, even pulling that down pretty tight, it doesn't reach the Velcro to reattach, so that just kind of flaps a little bit there. The other thing was the way the Velcros attach. Let's see if I can do this with one hand. So the little tab isn't stitched all the way around, it's only stitched with the double stitching that already holds the zip in place. And it just runs down over the tab. So with that zipped up, if you just kind of go to pull it, you're putting a bit of strain on that stitching there, so you really do need two hands. I just sort of grab that with one hand and pull it apart. So yeah, apart from that, normal windows that, again, that Velcro, just roll up and tie at the top. Rightio. So I said I've had a couple of nights in here with the little fella. That's a Zempire Monster Mat single. So if you push that one right over, I think this one's a June Supreme single as well. So roughly the same size. So side by side, they come just past halfway, so you wouldn't fit 4 across, but you'll definitely fit 3, and you'll fit 3 that way as well, with one running down there as well if you needed 4. So again, like most tents, 6-person tent, but always take a couple off that to work out how many you'll really fit in. Massive windows, so they pretty much corner to corner. So it's a really airy tent if I had the door open as well. So with that open, it's really airy and seems pretty roomy. White roof, which is good for reflecting light at night, sort of bounces the light around the tent more. The only couple of things that I don't like, the windows don't have any shades on the inside. So if the tent's open like it is now, and you need to come in and get changed or something during the day, you can't just quickly roll down the covers on the inside for privacy. You have to go outside and roll the outside ones down if it's an issue for you. So that was one thing to note. The other thing I did notice was that in this section of the roof, the fly was touching the inner tent quite a bit, so a big section in here where it was sort of stuck to it during the night. Again, not really a big issue, but not sure how that affects water or anything like that seeping through the main part of the tent. They say it's a 3 by 2.7 meter, I think. I did notice it's a little bit undersized, so that tape is hard into the other corner. So this is the 3 meter, and I'm not sure if you can see it there, but it's basically 2,950. So 50 mil short on the 3 meter, and the 2.7 was about 30 mil short as well. So I won't worry about measuring that one now, but I did measure it before, and yeah, it came in about 30 mil short, so slightly undersized. So yeah, they're the only sort of couple of little minor issues: the window covering, the fly on the tent. I know Oztrail make a similar one of these, and they actually have a bar that runs from the front corner to the back corner, which will pull that section of the tent out. I did like that design a little bit better, but it's not a blackout, so we opted for the Spinifex blackout. Rightio, I got everything packed up, ready to pack the tent up. I did mention before that it's got the standard power inlet zip, and then little clips that run up the corner and across to the center of the roof if you want to run a powered light or fan or fairy lights or whatever you do when you go camping. Rightio, I'll pack it up and talk you through that process. One thing I will say before taking the fly off, the colour on the website, the pictures are really bright. I was a little bit worried it was going to be that, remember the old little A-frame 3-man tent when you were a kid, that kind of bright blue. It's not, luckily. The fly is almost a navy. I don't know what shows up in the video here, but it's quite darker than the website shows. The inner tent's a bit brighter, it's more probably the bright blue, but yeah, the fly actually looks quite nice with the darker, almost navy blue and the silver trim, so yeah. So the way the fly attaches, it's not a clip or anything like that that can break. It's just a little tension buckle and almost like a webbing strap that you can slip down. Let's peg out a bit. Slip underneath the peg. So that's all one piece, all one loop. So there's 6 ground pegs all up, one in the corners, one in the front and back in the middle. There's none along the side there. Rightio, so the poles, 2 sections, kind of a roof section, which is your standard fiberglass pole that your dome tents use. Then this join in the corner that stays attached to the tent. Your roof pole slides into that. And then your steel upright pole goes into the bottom part. So I'll pull these out first. That'll drop everything down, and then we'll pull the top ones out. Okay, it's about done. It comes with the little awning poles as well. They come in 3 sections. They don't stay joined like your upright poles and the roof poles. So if I pull this one apart for a second, you can see this comes with this little tab that gets pushed in as the top pole goes over it. I guess they've done that so you can make it a shorter pole, just 2 sections, or put the middle section in, make it 3. I had 2 sections, just had 1 pole up at the front for the lift one corner of the awning up overnight, just to make it a bit easier to get in and out if we had to. Obviously you lose your full blackout effect as soon as you lift any of your fly, but yeah, it's all good. Well, once I figured out how to fold it to get back in the bag, this is the first time I've had it up and pulled it down, so looks like plenty of room will be there, poles and pegs to go in, and we're done. Rightio, there you have it, the Spinifex Retreat Eclipse 6-person tent. Exclusive to Anaconda, I believe, being the Spinifex brand. The bag's probably a little bit on the cheaper side. It's not the best quality bag I've seen, but yeah, overall pretty happy with the tent. Just the little things like the fly windows not velcroing up when the side is pulled down tight, the little velcro tabs not being stitched all the way. Yeah, apart from that, I mean, they're not deal breakers, just little things to be aware of. So rightio, hopefully you got something out of that, and yeah, enjoy your day.